Nations in Bolivia, uh, UN for Women in Bolivia, Juan Plana, who is a representative of the delegation of the European Community, and the gender, Inés Perez. If you could please join us here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bolivia. We hope that you have a pleasant stay here in Bolivia, in our country. Our country receives you and receives you with this singular about experiences and methodologies that is organized by one of the agencies of the United Nations, UN Women, in association with the European Community, the United Nations Program for Development in Bolivia, the PNUD, and the Ministry of Justice and Autonomy of Bolivia. We would like to welcome the Plurinational State of Bolivia, Claudia Peña, the Director of Gender of the Ministry of Justice, Inés Pérez, and the Vice Minister of Budget, Jaime Duran Chuquimia. Likewise, we're very happy to have with us the coordinator of the United Nations system and also the representative of United Nations in Bolivia, Mrs. Catherine Grisby. We have with us, and we also give a warm welcome to the representative from the United Nations Bolivia, Osa Rechner, and the representative of the delegation from the European Community, Juan Plana. And likewise, to all the representatives from over 20 countries that are part of this global workshop of the 5 continents. All of them are experts, analysts in the issue of costs and public finances for women in benefit of women. And to all who are not present but follow us on the Spanish English through via internet through governance.org.bo from the program of United Nations in Bolivia. To be able to begin this workshop, we're going to start in this inauguration of this workshop, of this International Global Workshop. We'll begin with the inauguration with opening words, which I would like to invite to Ms. Osa Regner, who is the representative from the United Nations in Bolivia. Thank you very much. And please feel welcome to Bolivia and to this event. Many thanks for having traveled from so far, from 20 different countries. I feel that we're going to have some very interesting days with a lot of space to be able to exchange ideas and to be able to get inspired with the examples that we have. Once again, please feel most welcome here. I would also like to give thanks for supporting this event and for being here, and of course to the Minister of Autonomy, Claudia Peña, who is here with us today and who has supported us a great deal in being able to organize this event, and who is always prepared to discuss the important issues, gender issues. This, of course, is true for the Ministry of Justice, which also carries out the issues of equality, and who is also present here today through the gender director. We would also like to give thanks to the Minister and the Vice Minister of Economy and Budgets in Bolivia, which is here today and that are also supporting this event. I would like to give thanks to the European Union for having supported the project, the worldwide project, all of these years. We're going to be talking a little bit more about this a little bit later on. And I would also like to thank my colleagues from the UN system, Catherine Grigsby, who is our resident coordinator, who is here today, who always supports the gender issues, and we work very well within the team, the country team, in a coordinated way. I would also like to, first and foremost, like to thank to you, the participants of the 20 countries that are present here today. Thank you very much for being here today. I would also like to mention that in my own team of UN Women Group, we have worked with our colleagues in Panama and also in the main office in New York. And thank you very much for having helped us organize this event. I am the representative of UN Women in Bolivia, but I also Swedish, and I'm going to sing to you a Swedish song. I believe that you perhaps might know it. Y va más o menos así. El dinero es la música de ABBA. El dinero, dinero es siempre es chistosa en el mundo rico de los hombres. Todas las cosas que podría decir si tuviera un poco de dinero en el mundo rico de los hombres. Eso es lo que vamos a hablar el día de hoy. And this means money, money. It's always fun in the world of a wealthy man. Today we're going to talk about realities where we don't have, where most of the poor people are not men but women. How can the budgets sensible in the world so that it cannot only be free fun for wealthy men? This is what we're going to talk about. We're here to talk about financing, budgets, power, policies, and methodologies to transform policies into reality. That is what we're going to be talking about. And women in feminist groups, women in the field, social movements, women within politics, union leaders have always known that they need money in order to be able to extend the changes to the rights of women and to create inequality of gender. And many times they have fought for that, and many times against their own brothers in the parties and in the groups, wherever they may be. And that is a reality. However, there are men that have a lot of solidarity and a lot of willingness to work on the side of women. And here we see colleagues that want to work with women in the issues of cost and gender. Issues of budget, it can seem very theoretical, but the reality is that these are issues that are very policies. It's about common resources that perhaps they go through taxes or in another way, but it also has to do with how are we going to use these resources. It's about the issue of power, financial power and political power. Through through budgets, we decide who and what is important in our society, and what or where do we want